welcome to another cooking adventure with Vic. Today we'll be traveling to the bio country of Louisiana and we'll make sausage chicken filet gumbo. It almost sounds like a song and it tastes just wonderful. The primary ingredient in chicken gumbo, or any gumbo for that matter, is something called the roux. Today we'll be going through the steps of making the roux, of cooking it to the proper color at the proper rate. But before I go on with today's travel, let me tell you something about this wine. Wonderful fruit flavors. It's a substantial wine, but with soft tannins and mild acidity. It'll be a perfect accompaniment for the chicken gumbo. It's a Pinot Noir, but coming from South Africa, it's called a Pinot. South Africa has been making wonderful wines, and Pinotage is a native grape of South Africa. There's a couple of ingredients I want to tell you about. One is the filet, which is added to the gumbo as a thickener and flavoring agent. It's a powder that's available in most grocery stores, and it's made from ground sassafras root. The other ingredient that will be going into the gumbo is andouille sausage. And this particular andouille sausage is pre-cooked. You can munch it as it is or use it as an ingredient. It is also available from grocery stores. What I really want to tell you about, one of the most important ingredients in chicken gumbo, of course, is the chicken itself. Now, this chicken is organic. It's available from the grocery store. But what is even more interesting about this chicken is the way it's processed. It's called organic smart chicken. And there's a story behind why it's called smart. Now, what's important about this chicken is the way it's processed. It's not processed in cold water, it's processed in cool air, which is a European system. And the result of that process is succulent chicken that's not soggy with water, and yet it's moist and very flavorful. I use it all the time for all chicken dishes. And the first step that we'll be doing is browning the chicken in the oil, and then I'll be using that oil to make the roux. Well, I'm at the stage now to add the flour. I've browned the chicken, and I'm slowly adding the flour to the hot oil in which the chicken had browned. And what I have in front of the pan is two bowls. On my left is the flour that has not been browned, and on my right is the color of the roux that I'll be aiming for. So as I'm stirring, we'll be checking the color as time goes on. Got to loosen up those bits of meat that have stuck to the bottom of the pan, and that will add flavor to the roux. And making roux is a matter of patience. You don't want to hurry the roux. You don't want to burn it. There's nothing worse than the flavor of burnt flour. Well, I'll brown the chicken in the vegetable oil, remove the chicken and put it in a warming oven. And then I've slowly added the flour, and I've reduced the heat to medium to low. And I'm now preparing the roux, stirring it continuously. And the process will take anywhere from, say, 15 to 30 minutes, depending just on the heat of the stovetop. Well, the roux has achieved its proper color, as you can tell. It's very similar to what I have in the bowl here, and therefore it's time to add all the other ingredients. The sausage, the ham, the wonderful aroma, the onions, parsley, the green pepper, which will give it that distinctive flavor of gumbo, green onions. And we're adding a little bit of chopped celery as well. It's not really in the recipe, but hey, why not? And all these wonderful ingredients were chopped up by my sous chef and partner in life, DJ. Turn off the timer. I'm going to be cooking this for 10 more minutes, stirring all the while. And then I'll add a little more water, the chicken, do a little more stirring and blending, then add the rest of the water, and I'm going to add a little more wine, a little wine. The recipe doesn't call for wine, but hey, why not? We know that those Cajuns like to drink wine, so why not add a little bit to the gumbo? So see you in about 10 minutes. And here is the finished gumbo. And sitting in the pot is the color that we were trying to achieve, and as you can see, the roux is actually a little bit darker than the target color. And here are the stages of the color of the roux as the color changes from light to dark over a period of about 27 minutes.